Hello students, this is Nirmala from Vivekananda Academy of Human Excellence. Today we are going to see class 6 Geography lesson number 3 Motions of the Earth. In this there are subtopics rotation, revolution and solstice. Summer solstice and winter solstice. These topics we will cover in this video. As we know that Earth moves around the Sun in its orbit, as well as Earth moves around itself also. So these are the motions of the Earth. In detail we will see. Rotation is the first motion of the Earth. Rotation is the movement of the Earth on its axis. You can see in this video that how Earth is moving around its axis. Axis is actually an imaginary line. We can't see that axis in actual on the Earth. When you will see globe, you can identify that axis which is imaginary line. All the lines, latitude, longitudes also you have seen in second lesson. These are the imaginary lines. Like that, axis is also an imaginary line. So Earth rotates around its axis, or it moves around its axis, is known as rotation of the Earth. The portion facing the Sun experiences day, while the other half away from the Sun experiences night. So we get day and night because of this movement of the Earth, because of the rotation of the Earth. It is important the movement of the Earth, that Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis, and it is only called as an Earth day, or which we experience day and night we say as 24 hours. That much time Earth takes to complete one rotation around its axis, and because of that we get day and night. We experience day and night. The length of the days and nights are different throughout the year when we are seeing. The second motion of the Earth is revolution, which is again important. The movement of the Earth around the Sun in a fixed path or orbit is called as revolution. The ancient Indian astronomer Aryabhatta had stated that the Earth is round and rotates around its own axis. Previously, if we study history or history of geography, that many of the people, ancient people, were saying that in geography they have written that Earth is at the center and other planets or Sun is also moving around the Earth. But it was not true. Whether we say sun rises, sun sets, but Sun is at one place because it is a star, and Earth as well as other planets move around the Sun. So that movement of the Earth is known as revolution. Earth revolves around the Sun in its orbit, which is a fixed path. It is not changing its way anymore. Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to revolve around the Sun. Every fourth year, February is of 29 days instead of 28 days. Such a year with 366 days is called a leap year. And why is it so? Because those 6 hours which are extra, 365 days and 6 hours, that 6 hours after 4 years, 6 into 4 becomes 24 hours, which make one day, one Earth day, and that one Earth day is added in month of February. That's why February has 29 days after every 4 years, and it is called as leap year. Earth is going around the sun in an elliptical orbit. Seasons change due to change in the position of the earth around the sun. As we have seen rotation, that earth moves around itself, due to that we experience day and night. Like this, earth revolves around the sun. That's why we experience different seasons on the earth. Summer solstice is the position of the earth when the northern hemisphere has the longest day and shortest night. It occurs on 21st June when we celebrate International Yoga Day from last 5 to 6 years. In the southern hemisphere, it is winter season at this time. The days are short and the nights are long. The sphere which faces the sun, that will have the summer, and the opposite hemisphere will have the winter season. The next is Earth's axis. The axis of the earth, which is an imaginary line, makes an angle of 66.5 degrees with its orbital plane. The plane formed by the orbit is known as orbital plane. So this orbital plane, it is formed by the orbit of the when earth is moving around the sun in that orbit. So the circle or the plane formed due to this orbit, that's why it is called as orbital plane. It is also important, that part, when earth is moving around itself as well as around the sun. The angle of inclination of the earth's axis with its orbital plane is 66.5 degrees. The movement of the earth on its axis is rotation, we have seen. The movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path or an orbit is called a revolution. You can see in this diagram the tilted axis. It is the degree 23.5 degree, it is tilted, and that's why we experience different seasons on the earth. If it would have not tilted, then earth would have experienced the same day and night throughout the year, means 12 hours day and 12 hours night. As well as if earth would have not been rotating, if it would have been rigid on one place without rotating, only if earth was revolving around the sun, the same portion of the earth would have been in front of the sun always throughout the year, and that surface would be facing the day, and the opposite part of the earth would have been experienced the night throughout the year. And in this extreme situation, half portion of the earth whole time day sun rays or sunstroke, and half portion of the earth dark side or night, cold. So both the sides would have been a very extreme weather and climate. In this situation, the life on the earth was not possible, and that's why earth is called as unique planet, because it has tilted axis. Due to it we experience seasons, different seasons. Due to its rotation, we have day and night, and so variety of things we experience on this earth. Otherwise the life was only not possible on this earth. So here we'll see day and night. You can see here in this video the half portion of the earth is in front of the sun, where you can see light is there. That half part has day. Those people are experiencing daytime, and the opposite of that, which dark part you are seeing, that dark part has night. It means on the half part of the earth it is day, and half part of the earth it is night. In this situation, the earth receives light from the sun. Due to the spherical shape of the earth, only half of it gets light from the sun at a time. The portion facing the sun experiences day, while the other half away from the sun experiences night. Generally we experience this every day, but we don't notice it, that why it happens. It happens because of the rotation of the earth, and it is revolving around the sun also. So which part comes in front of the sun, in that will experience daytime, and the opposite portion of the earth experiences night time. As well as the natural satellite of the earth, that is moon, it also revolves around the earth. Moon also rotates and revolves around the earth, but its rotation time is as same as the revolution time. The next part is circle of illumination. As we have seen in previous video, that the half part experiences day and half part experiences night. Then which is middle line, that is called as circle of illumination, which line separates day from night. The circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. The earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis. The period of rotation is known as the earth day. This is the daily motion of the earth. Yes, daily earth rotates around itself. It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. So it is a daily motion. Every day in the morning sun rises, then half of the portion of the earth experiences day, opposite direction experiences night. So this is going on and going on, and that circle of illumination, which line divides day from night, that is called as circle of illumination. This part is again important because we have day and night, as I have explained previously also. If day and night would have not been there, then the extreme conditions would be, and then life was not possible in those conditions, in those extreme conditions. Once again you see the circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. In the diagram you can see it very clearly. The earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis. The period of rotation is known as the earth day. This is the daily motion of the earth, and due to the rotation of the earth we have day and night. The duration of the day and night changes because earth rotates on its tilted axis. The axis is tilted on 23.5 degree, and that's why in different seasons different length of the day and night we experience. When in summer season days are longer and nights are shorter. In winter season the opposite condition we experience, that is the days are shorter and nights are longer. Now will turn towards revolution. The second motion of the earth around the sun in its orbit is called revolution. It takes 365 and 1/4 days. It means 1 year to revolve around the sun. We consider a year as consisting of 365 days only and ignore 6 hours for the sake of convenience. 6 hours saved every year are added to make one day. It means 24 hours over a span of 4 years. This surplus day is added to the month of February. Thus, every 4th year, February is of 29 days instead of 28 days, as we consider as leap year. We call it as a leap year. So this year have 366 days that we called as leap year. So when Earth's these 6 into 4, 24 hours are added, that is extra 1 day after every 4th year, or at the 4th year this 1 day is added in month of February. This is the result of revolution, because Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution around the sun. Because of the revolution, we have different seasons also. That seasons also we will see now. So due to its tilted axis, due to its revolution, we experience different seasons. In northern hemisphere and in southern hemisphere, opposite seasons we experience. As we have seen about day and night, the same is about the seasons also. In northern hemisphere, if we experience winter season, in southern hemisphere it is summer. And if we experience summer season in northern hemisphere, that same time in southern hemisphere they experience winter season. And all it is about because of the rotation, revolution and the tilted axis of the earth. Now if we see the second motion again, why this revolution is there? Earth is moving around its orbit or its axis, and in the orbit the fixed path, it is not changing its path also. It forms orbital plane and it is revolving. Earth is revolving around the sun continuously, day and night, whole year it is moving. So which part will come in front of the sun? That part will experience a day, and there will be in that hemisphere it will be summer. Which tilted part is in front of the sun, that part will experience summer season, and the opposite part will experience winter season. We'll see about the seasons in detail. It is clear that the earth is going around the sun in its elliptical orbit. Throughout its orbit, the earth is inclined in the same direction. A year is usually divided into summer, winter, spring and autumn seasons. Seasons change due to the change in the position of the earth around the sun. As you are seeing here, you are watching in the diagram that how earth is moving around the sun, that is revolution. So which part will be in front of the sun? There will be summer. Then opposite will have in winter or spring. It is depend on the rays of the sun, how they fall on the earth. Where the straight sun rays are falling, the straight part of which part comes in front of the sun, and the tilted which sun rays fall, that place will get less of light. so they will experience, that part will experience winter or less heat. So the exact position of the earth, whatever it is, the part which is in front of the sun, where the sun rays fall totally vertical, that place experiences extreme heat. Now we'll see the summer solstice. On 21st June, the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. The rays of the sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. As a result, these areas receive more heat. The areas near the poles receive less heat as the rays of the sun are slanting. The North Pole is inclined towards the sun, and the places beyond the Arctic Circle experience continuous daylight of about 6 months. Since a large portion of the northern hemisphere is getting light from the sun, it is summer in the regions north of the equator. It means in northern hemisphere. The longest day and shortest night at these places occur on 21st June. At this time in the southern hemisphere, all these conditions are reversed. It is winter season there. The nights are longer than the days. This position of the earth is called the summer solstice. On 21st June, we celebrate International Yoga Day, which is called as summer solstice because it is the longest day in northern hemisphere, and if we see reverse, it is the shortest day in southern hemisphere, and southern hemisphere experiences winter solstice on this same day, 21st June. You can see that how half portion of the earth is in front of the sun, the part which is getting straight sunlight and the parts which are getting slanting sun rays. On 22nd December, the Tropic of Capricorn receives direct rays of the sun as the south pole tilts towards it. As the sun's rays fall vertically at the Tropic of Capricorn on 23.5 degrees south, a larger portion of the southern hemisphere gets light. Therefore, it is summer in the southern hemisphere with longer days and shorter nights. The reverse happens in the northern hemisphere. This position of the earth is called winter solstice, where in southern hemisphere longer days and shorter nights are there, or on 22nd December it is the longest day in southern hemisphere, as the opposite situation in northern hemisphere, 22nd December is the shortest day, and in northern hemisphere at that time we experience winter season. It is called as winter solstice because it is the shortest day in northern hemisphere. These all things we experience because of the tilted axis of the earth and revolution of the earth around the sun. Again we will turn towards next diagram. On 21st March and September 23rd, direct rays of the sun fall on the equator. At this position, neither of the poles is tilted towards the sun, so the whole earth experiences equal days and equal nights. It means 12 hours day and 12 hours night we experience on these 2 days of the year, 21st March and 23rd September. This is called an equinox. This situation of the earth is called as equinox when no any pole is tilted towards the sun, and that's why whole earth experiences 12 hours day and 12 hours night. On 23rd September, it is autumn season in the northern hemisphere and spring season in the southern hemisphere. The opposite is the case on 21st March when it is spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. The opposite is always the opposite situation is there. What is in northern hemisphere, the opposite situation will be in southern hemisphere. So the condition of equal days and nights, 12 hours day and 12 hours night, that is called as an equinox. The condition of the earth is called as equinox. In this way, in this lesson, we have seen two motions of the earth, rotation and revolution. As we have seen, because of the rotation, we experience days and nights on the earth. As well as because of the revolution, we experience different seasons, summer solstice, winter solstice and an equinox. These are the movements or these different things we experience because of the motions of the earth. This was all about the lesson. Thank you.